Good afternoon, fellow Toastmaster and our guests. How are you feeling today?
Rejuvenated.
If I tell you the type of the tea I'm drinking today is a reflection of my mood, you probably think it's funny and don't believe me. But it's true that I'm pumping my body, my mood, even my soul with the Chinese tea. Just like today, this morning, a little bit gloomy with rain, and I really want something, cheer me up. The first thing when I entered into the office, I made a cup of Chinese black tea. The fruity scent of the black tea suddenly rejuvenated me. After one sip of the tea, the fragrance of the tea remained in my tongue and in my cheek. As a child, tea for me is always elusive. I remember that whenever we have guests, my mom always made tea for the guests. She would pinch a generous amount of tea leaves into the teapot. Fill the teapot with freshly boiled water. Cover the lid. After a few minutes, she would pour the tea into the small cups. Suddenly, the tea smell wafted through the room, lingered there. I love this smell. I feel like I was in a garden, surrounded with the jasmine flowers. Mom would let me serve the tea to the guests. In our traditional, when we were young, we are not allowed to taste the tea in front of the guests. After they left, I would ask for a small sip of the tea from my mom's cup. What I feel? I taste the bitterness. So I didn't understand why the tea smell so wonderful, but tastes so differently. And I also couldn't understand why the adults relish the tea so happily. Since childhood, I learned that whenever the guests walked into our house, we must serve with the tea to show our hospitality. Is an important Chinese social etiquette. Is a Chinese custom passed from generations to generations. How many of you have visited a Chinese restaurant in Calgary? Oh, a lot. I bet the first thing you'll find out after you sit down beside the table, you were served with the hot tea. Yes, that's our tradition. Whenever you are a family visitor or a guest in a restaurant, even if you're a president from another country, you will be served with tea. I will tell a story in another level to show how the tea plays an important role even in a country diplomatic level. In 1972, China and the United States established diplomatic relations. President of the United States, Nixon, visited China. Chairman Masoud received this distinguished guest with his favorite jasmine tea and gave President 200 grams of 大红袍 in a special Chinese black tea. 200 grams from a chairman of the country. President Nixon felt too little. The Premier, Zhou Enlai, read his mind and comfort him. Our chairman have given away the half of China to United States. Then he taught the allusion. This special tea extremely precious. The annual production is less than 500 grams.
Wow.
Our chairman give you half of his church property. President Nixon listened in awe and was respectful. This 大红袍 tea has become a legendary gift for the establishment of diplomatic relations between China and the United States. Well, 大红袍, that tea is top-notch tea. But ordinary people, we have ordinary tea. Tea has become, even in the past or even now, an indispensable thing in Chinese household. If you have read, ever read a Nobel-winning literature, the title is The Good Earth, written by Piero S. Bach, you will understand how the tea played a role just in an ordinary Chinese family. The story started with a cold spring morning in a poor Chinese family. The son got married that day. Just for this special occasion, she made tea for his father. His father said, drinking tea was like eating silver. The father cannot bear drinking the precious stuff. But after the son got rich, later on, they drank tea every day. My mother always said, young child cannot understand the tea, cannot taste the tea. Only after when you grow up, you have life experience. You are capable of inciting the special flavor of the tea. Tea is a metaphor for our life. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, how are you feeling today? If you feel a little bit low or you're happy, you always can jump by my desk. I will make you a cup of Chinese tea.
Well, Guofang, when there is tea, there is hope. Because on my tea station, this is what I have on the wall. You caught our attention, but just the title of your speech. Because, as you know, tea is a major player in every culture, including mine. We start the breakfast with a sweet tea. Then we go with a bitter tea, which put the sugar aside. We call it side sugar tea, or in Farsi we say
British? What culture?
I'm Iranian. So tea is a major player in our culture.
Okay.
And with British, over the tea, they solve all the problems of the world. Don't forget the pinky. Well, I really enjoyed this topic. I think that was very innovative. And I really look forward to see what you will do in the next speeches as well. Few suggestions that I have is, first of all, as I'm doing it right now, you have, as usual, that we keep talking about, we have major stage that we could use, not to be stopped, especially when you're talking about the tea. It's a very active, should be very active, kind of a presentation. And what I would suggest in your presentation was some of the theatrical gestures that you could use. For example, when you were not allowed to have tea before the guests. You are not allowed to have tea before the guests. Or when you are talking about the fragrance. Show the fragrance. Use the body language to show the fragrance. couple of other things that I noticed is that you mentioned a couple of words in Chinese that it's difficult for us to pronounce it or to see what it is, like the name of the black tea that the president of China gave it to President Nixon. One of my suggestions is, because this is a presentation mastery, maybe you can use some visual tools, such as PowerPoint, that you can not only show some of the cultures in picture, which will speak more than 1,000 words, but also you can use the words and the pronunciations and let us to practice it, and you can ask us to say it.
Okay.
Other than that, I think you did fantastic. Your vocal variety was fantastic. I loved your vocal variety, your eye contact, and your body language in many aspects were great. And at the end, I would like to thank you for your offer. When do you think we should come to your lesson?